Okay, so the next example, example 5.2, is more of an academic exercise. We're told that MATLAB has a built-in function sine, which returns the sine of the argument, the angle, where the angle's in radians. We're asked to create our own version of sine where the argument or the angle is in degrees. So I say it's academic in that MATLAB has a built-in function sine d, so there's really no purpose to create this sine degree, but it's just an example or to give us practice in writing a function. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so here I am, and so I'm just picking up in MATLAB right where I left off with Qbert. So the first thing I'll do is I'll clear the screen. While I'm at it, I can clear my variables. Although now that we're using functions, there's less of a concern about name collision. So we'll see, since I was last operating in the editor tab's open. So when the editor tab's open, I can just click New, and then I'm going to click Script Still to bring up a default editor document. So we're asked to create a function to compute the sine of an angle in degrees. Okay, so I'll start by function to compute the sine of an angle in degrees. Okay, and so my function signature. Again, we'll start with the keyword function. Tells MATLAB this is a function file, not a script file. Res, the variable that the result will be assigned to. Name of my function, we're told to use sin underscore degree, or DEG, sine in degree, and it'll have an argument, I'll say use an argument of x. And I'm going to copy and paste my function signature to the top line of my documentation. At the end before I forget it, and I'm going to save. Okay, cool. All right, excellent. All right, so we want to compute the sine of an angle in degrees, and so x we're going to assume is an angle in degrees, and so the first thing we'll need to do is convert angle from degrees to radians. So let's say y be the angle in radians, will be equal to, so it's the angle in degrees, and the conversion factor would be pi divided by 180. Just remember 180 degrees is equal to pi radians, so multiply by our conversion factor, pi divided by 180. Okay. And then once I've converted the angle from degrees to radians, I can use MATLAB's built-in sine function. Okay, so now compute sine. So res is equal to sine of y. Okay, I'm going to save it. And then to test it, maybe I have L, the solution. So let's test it with the sine of 180 degrees. Right? So 180 degrees is the same as pi, which should essentially be 0, and we get essentially 0. Right? It'd be the same as sine of pi. Okay, so I get the same result. Okay, great. So one thing to note is res was displayed here, and that's because I forgot to suppress the input or output here within the function file itself. Okay, and so if I were to rerun, right, now it just displays that variable assignment. Okay, excellent.